Good, whatever it is, I'm Antalous. Welcome back to Space Engineers. So, whoops, wrong button again. We've got this turret set up. I saw the comment about batteries, and I agree, it does need batteries. I'm gonna fix that. I just couldn't fix it in a way I liked it without covering the hole I needed to load the ammunition. So I'll have to fix that in a different design. I might add the batteries mod that lets me do different sized batteries. I don't think I need the massive ones. The solar panels are sufficient for it to fire and everything to work just fine. However, oh dear. However, during night, of course, the turrets go offline. I don't expect anything to ever come in range of those, but I figured it's a good idea to have just in case. We're actually going to park over here. And let's hop out. And so this right here, this is the projector setup I have for building those turrets. I'll have to fix the blueprint on here. I did learn how to take a blueprint in survival. Control B. It was one of the loading hints. So that was helpful. I'll have to do a couple adjustments to it as well to get it to line up properly, just because it's not fitting quite with the door right here. But for now, what I'm thinking we're going to do is I have a goal of building my military Drydock in space. I figured we should probably start with an atmospheric one. And so we'll put down landing gear, and I'm just going to make some simple drones. Also, I want the nanites off for now, because I don't need all this stuff welded up. What axis? Oh. Terminal. I don't have terminal access even. Interesting. Thought I would. If I turn the camera, I've got a little computer on my wrist. I should be able to do things like that. But anyways, let's go over here and build and repair. We're gonna toggle these off and get started. I will have to build some components to get this working, but for now I'm just gonna go with what I have. So things we need, we don't need the well, maybe we'll put the flak turret on it. Solar panels are no. Landing gear, yeah, no, we've got what we need. We're gonna go with heavy armor too, given this is gonna be a combat drone. Needs an antenna, it needs a remote, and it will need thrusters. And go to the next page, and I've got most of these set up already. Merge blocks, no. Gatling gun, no. Gyroscopes, yes. Small reactor, yes. Projector, yes. Battleship cannon is also a no. See. Sure, I'm forgetting things. We're going to need cargo containers. We're going to go with the small, I think. Forgetting anything? I'm sure I am. I'm always forgetting something. So, we're going to go this. And also, I need to be able to access the top. We're just going to build that right there for now. And then fix our remote control. So, P. And then we're going to build our heavy armor blocks. We're going to surround that with heavy armor. That is the brain of this drone. We don't need this anymore either. So the plan is this drone will fly in a patrol pattern around the base, and we'll 3D print several of these using the nanobots and our projector setup right here. And that will kind of serve to keep our base here safe from everything else. And then after that, I think we'll be heading to space. Oh, nothing fancy right now. I know it's just a giant cube and probably the world's ugliest design, but we will work on it from there. So I don't think much we'll see the bottom. So we're going to put its reactors in the facing down. It's going to bother me if they're facing the wrong way, because I will know it. Yeah, that works. 2 reactors. And put heavy armor on those as well. Actually, let's do our downward thrusters right next to it. I think 2 will probably be enough. And then we'll put a Gatling turret on the top. And we'll do our gyroscopes right above reactor. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to decide what will look best, because, like I said, ugly cube. Oh, that's what I forgot. I forgot to put on a Gatling turret. Small block version does have a conveyor port on the bottom. However, it's a large one. What I think we'll do... Wow, that's huge. Put that up there. I'm going to put another gyro directly below it, just to give it a little bit more turning power if it's needed. And then we're going to do the cargo container back here. And we'll do 2 of them stacked on top of each other. And let's see, man, this is turning in way ugly drone. But it's gonna serve a purpose, and so I'm honestly okay with it being ugly, even though it's not the best. 2 forward, and I'm gonna do bottom first thrusters. Ooh, sorry. And I need side to side. I've got up down, or up down is gravity, forward and back, side to side is next. I want to put those. I think I'm going to do 1 of each. We're just stick them right here in the front. And then we're going to do the armor to cover that. But yes, all heavy armor, because this thing is going into combat for sure. And let's see, I need the antenna still. Stick the antenna. Well, first, those are my forward. You could stick those back a little bit further too and avoid sticking things in the bottom. Yeah, that's what I'll do actually. Don't really have a plan for this drone, like how it's gonna look before. It is usually something I try to avoid, but I like to have a rough idea. This one, honestly, I thought of last minute, and I think it was better than what I had planned. So we're going with it. And reverse. Wow. Gotta remember my controls. Forward. Does that stick over both sides? It does. I still like it curving in. Like, it gives it a little bit more personality. Like I said, this is seriously one ugly drone. And stick an antenna back here, I'm thinking. And that's this thing functional. Let's try to think how we want this to look properly. So, I want those thrusters to be covered, given they're the only ones. Let's figure out the best way to do this. Of course, I had the right angle and move past it. Again. And... oh, I don't know. Let's actually turn on the nanobot system and get this started welding. I think that will make me a bit more clear on how I want it to work. Also, we'll be able to see what components we're missing. So, single turret, and I think I want to try to set these up so these fly in groups of 2 if possible. I don't know how difficult that's going to be, because I'm not going to do any fancy programming. I'm just going to do coordinates and have it fly a patrol path. So maybe I'll have an inner and an outer path and have these circle in opposite direction. I probably have to make them very different to make sure they're safe. Or set it in precision mode, which is honestly something I'm hoping to avoid. Also, I don't think the second cargo container is going to be necessary. Thinking about it. What was that? Spirit of Le Monde. Okay. Nothing to worry about. And I'll need to make sure I know their fuel times as well. I can probably set up a script to be able to track that with their antenna. And then I could recall drone 3 back when it has 10 minutes of fuel left. I'll need to set, landing coordinates for each one as well. And this is getting really laggy. Probably because of all the welding going on. Means, yep. Yeah, I'm gonna go shut that off. If I can make it there. Why is this struggling this much? It never has struggled this much. I wonder if there's a memory leak. This. Yeah, I'm gonna check real quick how much we're using. And I know you can't see it. I'm using half of my available RAM. Space Engineer is accounting for 4 gigabytes. Interesting. And 30% of my CPU. I'm frozen, I can't get back in. Let's down a save real quick. Interesting. Oh, there we go. I'm by a terminal. Press the key. Come on. Let me open the menu. Also, interesting that it shows the power is off right now. It was really off. Probably fix the issues I'm having. Power down. The Nanite repair system is on the same grid. Build and repair group 1, you're off. And I can power everything else on. Yay! We're working again. Okay. forgot to explain about these. So the extra thrusters, I was having issues trying to carry around that platform, and so I just built a ton of thrusters on here to help make up for that. And then I found out it was because it had relocked its landing gear, and I hadn't realized it. Whoops. I think that it welded these up, but it didn't bring any components to these. I wonder if there's a bug with the mod right now. I will have to check that. Maybe a straight up welder ship would be useful on a planet too, even with the Nanite mod. Trying to think what I'm going to do to deal with this for now. Because if I built a welder ship, it would let me weld the interior things without grinding this down. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty dang ugly. Part of it is the color. Red is not right for what I'm going for. Blue? Let's see. Not a bright blue. Yeah. We're gonna go with green, because these will be seen from above. Actually, I'm going to add a different color. And so the green will help it blend into the ground from above is the idea. Maybe not this green either. That's better. I'll need to give it a little bit more of a color design, I think, as well. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this, honestly. Make it look better. Let's look at the turrets I have, because maybe one of those turrets would be better. Black turret. Got the flak turret. Battery. I think that's just a straight up gun though. And so the flak turret is our only choice there. And I'm not sure it does enough damage. Consider it. Yeah, this is just a straight up gun, which I like. Good looking gun. Ooh, wow. I need one of these in my life. There's some pretty nice looking guns here too. Quad battery. Let's take a look at that. Sure, it's going to be ridiculous. I can't select it. The dual battery. Dual battery static. These. So this one might have a slight swivel to it then, which means I could put one of these on the roof. What if I had one of these up here? I could just bombard things from a million miles away. Oh, right, because that's in the hitbox. Thoughts. Oh, the thoughts I'm having about this. I like the idea of being able to hit some of these ships that fly over us and just cripple them from range. But we're going to need something other than this, because I believe at 800 meters they'll either explode like the flak turret, or the ammo will despawn. And it might be a little bit further than that, but most of these things are several kilometers up. So maybe, just maybe, we're going to figure out a plan to put one of these 2 kilometers or so, 3 kilometers or so above us. That's a half kilometer right there, so that might be where we start. But anyways, so we've got the foundations for our patrol drone setup, and kind of a plan on what we're going to do. So I'm Antalous. I'll catch you later.